Namaste and Navaratri wishes to you all. Navaratri is a very auspicious time, and this video is all about letting you know what are the things that you should be doing during Navaratri to make the best use of this time. Now, if I have to let you know what Navaratri is, you need to first understand the concept of Muhurta. In Vedic astrology, the concept of Muhurta is a very powerful technique that can nullify many negative effects, evil effects of planets. So when I say evil effect of planets, let us take, say, you have started an activity at an inauspicious time. Now certain muhurtas, certain universal muhurtas help you nullify even the negative effects that would have happened at that inauspicious time. And some muhurtas are even more powerful, that if there are any problems within the birth horoscope, these muhurtas can minimize the negative effects or sometimes even remove the negative effects. These muhurtas or time periods can be of varying lengths. For example, it can be like a kshana, like 1/4 of a second, or it could be for 1 minute, or it could be for 5 minutes, sometimes for 1 hour, sometimes one full day, and sometimes more than 2-3 days. Navaratri is one such muhurta that spans across 9 days. The only difference is this muhurta is not prevalent continuously from day 1 all the way to day 9. It is only prevalent during the night times. That is, the muhurta, the auspicious muhurta begins after sunset throughout the night up till sunrise. And the moment sun rises, that time is a good time, but it is not as auspicious as the night times. That's why it is called Navaratri. Ratri means night after sunset. Sunset to sunrise is Ratri. And these 9 nights are extremely auspicious and potent. What auspiciousness does it signify? And why is it very potent? Now, if you look at the various festivals that have been identified in our scriptures, each festival has been carefully identified and practiced because of certain benefits that they offer to individuals like you, me. Navaratri is that time where the feminine energies in each one of us, every human being has masculine as well as feminine energies. Both these energies are there in a person. When the masculine energies are more, they become male. When the feminine energies are more, they become females. But both these energies exist in the human body. Now, during Navaratri, there is a natural surge of energies in the universe which basically nurture, curate, and make these feminine energies in ourselves better. So, what it means is things like the health of the body, the health of the physical body, the health of the mental body, and the health of the spiritual body. All these three things can become better, and not just better, we can basically make the best use of these energies to actually course correct in case things have become out of balance. And that is the beautiful time of Navaratri. Now, I said there are a lot of energies and a lot of feminine energies. Yes, there are different types of energies that are going to naturally be circulating in the universe at this point of time. And specifically on planet Earth, Mother Nature will be at its best in terms of throwing out these feminine energies. So, what we need to do is we need to just be receptive enough to absorb those energies. And once we absorb, the energies will automatically do its trick. Now, I told you there are different types of energies. Broadly, all these energies are divided into 9 different groups, and hence Navaratris. That means every night you have one set of energies that are getting emitted, and they slowly shift. And all the choicest feminine energies will be maximum during these days. Now, each of these energies are extremely well detailed in astrological scriptures. And for each of these energies, a planetary association has been given. For example, on the first day, the Pratama of Navaratri, Sun's energy is considered to be very strong. The third day, Moon's energy is very strong. The fifth day, Mars energy is very strong. And like this, there's a particular pattern in which these energies are mapped. Now, does it mean that on the day when Sun is identified or Sun is mapped, the Sun's energy are being absorbed? That is incorrect. So what happens is these 9 energies are nothing to do with planetary energies. I'm going to repeat this. These 9 energies are nothing to do with the planetary energies. These names like Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, etc. have only been given as a convenience. The best way to understand this is, for example, right, if we all work in, say, corporate offices, and there are various meeting rooms. Now, these meeting rooms can be called meeting room 1, meeting room 2, meeting room 3, meeting room 4. You can actually call them like this. That's one way of naming them. Or you could even name them to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to call this first meeting room as Sun, second meeting room as Moon, third meeting room as Saturn, fourth meeting room as Jupiter. I can even name them. So, since there are 9 in number, the easiest reference that you could use was Navagrahas, and hence we named them as Sun, Moon, Mars, Saturn, Venus, etc. But they are nothing to do with Sun, Moon, Mars, these energies. They are pure feminine energies, what we say as energies of the moon, pure feminine energies. So each of these energies, when absorbed in the right manner, what happens is the body will get greatly benefited. For example, if there are hormonal imbalances in the body, this is the best time to naturally let the universe do its magic and create sanity in our endocrine system. The organs can be well nurtured at this point of time. The entire body can be nicely massaged, for a lack of better word, can be energized. The entire ojas can be pumped into the body at this point of time. Not just that, even at a mental level, manas, chitta, buddhi, aham, all these things can also, ahankara, all these things can also be very well honed and brought into balance, into equilibrium during this point of time. So the simple take is just to be mindful of this and get the maximum absorption possible. So how can you do this? One is, don't inject anything that is, say, rajasic or tamasic in nature. So that would mean, injection, when we say even what we consume can become as sattvic as possible. You can consume milk, you can consume all simple sattvic foods, nothing that is extremely spicy, masala oriented, uh, very hot. No, very simple, balanced, preferably bland meal. So that way, there is nothing that's unnecessarily creating or triggering hormonal changes within the body, and all the food that you are having is as sattvic in nature. That's number one. Number two is, this is also the time to allow the natural energies to act more easily. That means this is a great time for fasting. If you start fasting, that is, at least if you are able to fast for 12 or 13 hours at a stretch, what happens is the entire human body starts to get into a survival mode, and they start absorbing the nutrients that are there in the food that comes in. Now you're feeding all good food, so good nutrition is getting absorbed. And B, any deposits that it has, for example, any of the fat deposits it has, it also starts tapping into those fat reserves. So this is also the time when you can start becoming a little slimmer, and you can also cut down on that fat that you would have probably accumulated. Now that's at a normal level. If you want to take it to the next level, if you want to become a pro and make the best use of Navaratri, another very highly recommended thing to do, and these are all found in scriptures. Another very well recommended thing to do is to do yogasana sequences. So do yoga. If you know basic yogas, do basic yogas. If you know how to do a Surya Namaskara, you can do a Surya Namaskara. However, the actual yoga sequence that is recommended in the scriptures is not Surya Namaskara or any random yoga asanas, but it is Chandra Namaskara. The Chandra Namaskara is a sequence of yoga asanas which is similar to that of Surya Namaskara but has certain variations, and hence it's called Chandra Namaskara. The recommended yogic practice during Navaratri is Chandra Namaskara. Again, if you do not know, don't worry. You can fall back to Surya Namaskara, or you can at least fall back to basic yoga asanas. Because when you do this, the body not just is absorbing all the good energies, but it's also transforming it in a way in which you're not just harmonized, but you become extremely potent. So any health imbalances will come into control. Any stress, tension that is there in your mind will come into control. And the overall efficiency in which you work will become extremely high. And when I say efficiency in which you work, I'm talking from a sattvic point of view. What it means is that you will start enjoying the work you do. You will start performing, giving outputs that are much more meaningful, at the same time requires less conflicts or less investments to make, and the overall productiveness of the work that you do, the effort that you get and the return on that effort that you get will start becoming extremely optimized. So this is Navaratri. It's a very powerful Muhurta. These 9 nights are extremely good to charge yourself, to supercharge yourself internally within the body, physically, mentally, and spiritually. All these three formats, it's a very potent time. I hope you will make the best use of this time. I wish you all again a very happy and auspicious Navaratri. May the blessings of the Divine Mother, Mother Goddess, let it be on each one of us, and may you shine in your life. Namaste.